Now, this system of divided powers leads directly to the other value compelling our attention, the primacy of public reason and the separation of church and state. In many ways, this was the most dramatic and historic achievement of the Constitution, the framers' radical break from the sordid history in Europe of centuries of crusades and inquisition, holy war, endless religious conflict, and even witchcraft trials taking place here in the colonies. Our Constitution declared that the business of government is the common good and the general welfare, things that are tangible, palpable, testable, not the saving of souls or the establishment of religious orders or divine rule on earth. The First Amendment thus prevents the establishment of religion and forbids interference with anyone's freedom to exercise or not exercise their own religious liberty. The Constitution nowhere mentions God, and in Article 6, it directly forbids any religious test for holding public office. Under the First Amendment, the Supreme Court has struck down efforts to compel public school students to pray, teacher-led Bible readings in the classroom, the teaching of creationist theology dressed up as science, prayers on the high school football team field, and so on. Now, mind you, all that's been banned has been organized school prayer, not voluntary individual prayer at school. Like I always like to say, as long as there are pop math quizzes, there will be prayer in the public schools. But what we've arrived at constitutionally, and what David Barton does not want to face, is the conclusion that government itself may not be Protestant or Catholic or Mormon or Muslim or Buddhist or Christian or Jewish or monotheist or polytheist or atheist, but government must be tolerant towards all, completely neutral and agnostic with respect to religion, and secular and scientific in its own operations and activities. So David Barton's Christian nationalism is completely at odds with our constitutional doctrine, which has for the most part built up the wall of separation between church and state that Thomas Jefferson envisioned in his letter to the Danbury Baptists.